with Associated.
Hi, Coach. Pat Eaton-Robb from the AP. I just wanted to get your thoughts on how often this week you've thought about Coach Summit and Coach Mitchell, and how much it has meant to you, that those people have meant to you and to this team as you're making this run.
Well, I've thought about them both, missed them both. I actually sent Coach Mitchell a text message telling him how much I missed him, couldn't wait to catch up. And he sent me a text message and said, I look forward to catching up with you, but I hope it's a long time from now. Enjoy Texas. And as far as Coach Summit, I know she's looking down, so proud. I write on my card every game, left foot, right foot, breathe, repeat. And that was one of her mottos. So just honored to be here, and both of them have instilled so much and prepared me for this moment, and I love them both.
All right, next up is John Hale with the Courier-Journal. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hey, Kyrie, you had talked a lot the last week about balanced scoring and wanting 3 or 4 in double figures. Obviously, it was kind of a slow start today, but how close was this to what you envisioned?
Yeah, this is closer to what I've envisioned. And, you know, we met after the SEC tournament as a team and just challenged people to step up. I thought Ryan had been pretty consistent, and Chastity as far as scoring, and, you know, just challenged the rest of the team that we need 2 or 3 people to step up and score in double figures, but really worked in this last week of movement within our offense. You know, I thought we got caught early on watching Ryan play standing. So just try to balance out, you know, the play calling, making sure other people were involved, really worked a lot on ball movement, 4 to 5 passes, and then take what the defense gives you. And I thought we did a better job today offensively.
Next up, we have Tyler Griever. Please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hey, Kyra, Tyler Griever from WHAS 11 in Louisville. Blair talked a lot about the defensive improvement that you all made in this game to kind of swing the momentum back in your favor. What did you see change on that end of the floor that allowed y'all to kind of take control of this game?
Well, I just think our energy defensively, I thought we were intense. I thought we were locked in to the game plan, and we have talked all week about dominating defensively. And what dominating looked like was hustle plays, locked into the game plan, leaving your heart on the floor, playing your guts out. We didn't need to wait. We didn't need to save it. You had to sell out defensively. And I thought, you know, our intensity bothered Idaho State, which allowed us to force them into some turnovers, which that allowed us to score offensively. So I thought we created scoring opportunities off of our defense.
All right, next we have Andrew.
Hey, Kyra, it's Andrew Shernoff with WLKY in Louisville. 31 bench points compared to their 10. How important will that be going forward to have that production from your bench?
That was huge. So proud of our bench. Blair Green came in and hit some big shots, scored in double figures. But during the NCAA tournament, in order to make a deep run, we've talked about you have to have players making plays, and we have to be consistent offensively. And when we are at our best, we have 3 or 4 people scoring in double figures. But our bench has stepped up all year long. We, you know, hit a little lull in the SEC tournament, but to see them step back up and step up to the challenge, the phrase we used all week, step up, step up. We can no longer be in our comfort zone. We have to step up and everyone do their job, and we did that today.
Okay, next we have Pepper Persley.
Hi, Coach. Pepper Persley with the Next. Congrats on the win today.
Thank you. I like your energy.
Thank you. What does it mean to you to be here after the cancellation of the tournament last year?
You know, it was really disappointing last year. You worked so hard and just to come to an abrupt end, it was just like you had no closure. And so this year, you know, we talked about a focused mindset, but have fun. I'm trying to take it all in. Our team is taking it all in. You know, you cannot take this opportunity for granted. It is hard. And we talked earlier before the game that we earned a ticket to the NCAA tournament, and we are trying to enjoy the ride.
Thank you, and good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Hayes Gardner.
This is Hayes Gardner with the Courier Journal. I'm curious about playing Iowa next. They're a high-scoring team with a really great scorer in Caitlin Clark. What does your team need to do to slow down Clark and try to contain the Iowa offense?
Yeah, they're a very good team. Obviously, Caitlin Clark is a phenomenal player and scorer, so we will have our hands full. But I think we have to approach it the same way, you know, defense first. We must get our defense set, be intense, locked in on the game plan. We'll have to change our defenses up. It might not be just one certain defense to get the job done, but also offensively play to our strength, offensive rebounds, getting to the free throw line, pushing the ball in transition offense. Obviously, they have to guard us as well.
Okay, next we have Tyler Griever.
Hey, Kyra, the ESPN broadcast highlighted it and also kind of tweeted out before the game that the shoes that Ryan was wearing, the words, I think, snubbed, honorable mention, just, I guess some of the chip on her shoulder is what they referenced multiple times. Did you know she was going to wear those, or like what'd you kind of think of them when you saw them? How'd they come about?
You know, for me, whatever motivates you. You know, I think she's been consistent all year. She has proven why she is the best player. Obviously, she was the SEC Player of the Year. And when you have something to prove, you have to use whatever motivates you and locks you in to achieve your goals. So if that's what motivates her, by all means, I'm here for it.
All right, Andrew.
Kyra, it's Andrew Shernoff again with WLKY in Louisville. A little bit of a slow start, obviously, for your team today, but how much of that was just attributed to nerves? There's been a long break. It's the national, big tournament, national stage. Is that sort of what contributed to that today?
Well, give Idaho State credit. They play extremely hard. They're well coached. They very smart offensively. I thought we weren't aggressive enough defensively, and they made us pay for it. But we hadn't played in a while, so it might have been some nerves, knocking off some rust. So whatever the cause, we'll have to get that fixed for the next game. Obviously, you cannot start off slow in these games, but at the end of the day, you have to find a way to get the job done, survive and advance, and here we are.
All right, we have time for two more questions. John Hale with the Courier Journal.
Sorry, Kyra, you mentioned Blair's performance off the bench today. I'm curious, did you see this coming from her? Obviously, she had not been scoring very much recently. What do you think was the difference?
We had an excellent week of practice. I was very proud of all of our players, but there were two players in particular that really stood out after the SEC tournament when we went back to work, and one was Blair Green and the other one was Dre. They both practiced extremely well. They were playing with confidence. They both stepped up to the challenge that I gave them in the individual meetings. Even Dre today, she had 9 points, but I thought she tried to play aggressive. So I was not surprised because both of them have practiced extremely well. And Blair and I have met several times, and I knew down the stretch we would need her, wanted her to keep her confidence, find a way to get her involved, and for her to settle in defensively, and she stepped up.
All right, and last question is from John Long of Nolan Media.
Hey, Kyra, John Huang, NOLA Media, justthecats.com. You mentioned prior to the game that you wanted your team to not only play aggressively and be very intense, but also you wanted them to focus and to be disciplined. How hard is that for a team to do during tournament time? And how do you think your team did in balancing those two aspects?
Yeah, you have to have a focused mindset, and have an intensity in which you play. But I thought we were focused all day long. It started in walkthrough. They were locked in on the game plan, what we were looking for offensively. But every time we got to the huddle, they were talking, and we were able to converse on what they were seeing on the floor, what we needed them to do. So that's when I know that they are locked in. And, at this juncture, you have to be locked in for 40 minutes. Every possession is gold.
All right. Thank you, Coach, for participating. Congratulations on